This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Have you heard of them, Mr. Fowler?
The best stuff, and it made the good stuff.
Oh, mate, those strawberry extra strength gummies. They're the dog's bollocks, aren't they?
The power, mate, the good stuff.
Brilliant. Anthony Fowler, Happy New Year. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good, thanks, mate. I'm back in camp now, so I'm hoping to get a fight date very soon. I've trained all over Christmas, kept myself ready, and I'm going to open up a date very soon.
Can we look back last year before we move forward?
Yeah.
We've already spoken at length about Liam Smith, but how do you look back with a little bit of time now on 2021 and headlining at Liverpool?
No, listen, it was a good experience, but I just think I stayed at that way too long. Obviously, excuses, but the reality is I was a bit too big for the weight. Like within a few days, I was like 185 and I was still in good shape. Do you know what I mean? I put like 31 pound on. Even for the fight, I put on like 18 pound nearly. So I was really tight at the weight, and I look back and think, would I've performed better if I would have boxed a little bit heavier? Like when I've boxed like 157, I've never lost a fight, but when I've made championship weight for the likes of Fitzgerald and Liam Smith, it's just took a little bit too much out of me. Like I've had to like starve and like dehydrate, and I never quite recovered. Like on the scales, in that fight, I looked terrible. Do you know what I mean? I felt like shit and I looked like shit, and I just didn't recover in time for the fight. Do you know what I mean? Like people say, don't you, if you crash the weight, it shows in the later rounds, and that's what happened to me.
How bad was it? And because I watched a Shane McGuigan interview earlier in the week, and one of the things he said was just your energy reserves just completely run out. Is that what happened?
Mate, you know what, between me and you, mate, or between you and me and your viewers, it took me 3.5 hours to get down to the weight, and that's like pure like hot rooms and training and sweatsuits. Like when I boxed with Gerald, it took me an hour. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm obviously a bit older now, and when I'm a bit bigger, the weight wouldn't come off me. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't get it off me, so it took me a long time to get down to the weight, and I was like, I thought I'd be alright recovering and rehydrating, but I don't think you can do it in one day. I don't think you can lose that much weight, and then like, even though I put on like an 18 pound, I was only go for a few rounds to come out, and I was sad for the first 4 rounds, and then I got called a good shot, and it just took all my energy away, and I just felt a bit flat in there after like round 4. I just went myself way in the gym now. I'm weighing quite heavy now, so I feel a lot stronger. Like I've been sparring John Ryder this week, who's a strong lad. I'm just as big as strong as him. Like I feel good at this weight now. I'm heavier, and I feel better in there.
We saw the photograph of you and John Ryder. You look massive still compared to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You look at that, mate, and like I was coming down to make 154. I was coming down for like 183, 184. So I was losing like 30 pounds, and like I'm a lean guy as it is. So for me to lose 30 pounds a lot, do you know what I mean? And like with that Liam Smith camp, I never had a break. I started the camp really light because I literally boxed. My son was born, and I boxed, and then the next, like, you know, you have a newborn baby, mate. You know yourself. You don't get no sleep for the first few weeks. So the next few weeks, I had no rest at all, and I was straight back into camp, and I was away from my son. I wasn't really happy in my personal life, so I was just like, I never had the passion for the boxing as much. I was even saying in interviews, it's just a job, which isn't really me, but because I had my son there, it put it into perspective for me, like, what the fuck is boxing when my fucking son's at home on his own, and I'm away in my bed struggling with the baby on their own. So I wasn't really happy in my personal life. So I was just like going to the gym. I was still training really hard, but I was traveling 4 hours to the gym, 4 hours home, and I weren't training like as much as I normally do. I normally train like 10 sessions a week. I was doing like 8 for that last camp, but I was missing my runs because I was getting home and I was knackered, and the baby was fucking up me up all night. So I never really had a good routine structured the way I've got now. Like I've got a good little thing going now. The baby's sleeping 8 hours. I'm resting in between sessions. I'm not traveling. I've been coming up here on a Sunday, so I'm getting a good sleep. I'm not driving 4 hours straight into the gym. Like think, you know what I mean? Think about if you're open to do like, imagine doing like 8 round pads, driving home 4 hours and going to the gym again. It's a bit too much. It was killing me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not doing that now. I'm just this year, mate. I've got no excuses. I'm more of a natural way for myself. I'm resting when I should be. I'm training when I should be. This year as well, I'm gonna travel around the gyms and spar the best lads. Like I sparred John Ryder this week. I spoke to Liam Williams who was there when I won't spar Liam Williams. I want to travel around and like test myself against the best kids in the country.
Good man. Last one on the Liam Smith fight, and before we move on, have you watched it back?
Yeah, I have. It's hard to watch. I mean, I don't like losing as it is. I'm getting stopped as well. It hurt me proud. I've never been stopped in my life. I've been boxing 20 years. That's the first time I've been stopped. So it's hard to watch. I mean, don't be wrong, it is hard, but I had to make myself watch it because I need to watch the mistakes I was making. I mean, I've watched it many times, but I've seen it a few times, and like it's hard to watch, but you learn the hour in the sport. That's what boxing's like. You learn more from your defeats than you do your victories.
Do you know how well you were doing though? Because again, we spoke off camera before, and nearly all the press had you miles ahead after 4, 5, 6 rounds, despite what Sky were telling us on his own.
I know, it was bad scoring. I think on the official cards we were level on 2, and he was up on the other card. So I think we were level on the card, which was about right, I think, because he obviously had the knockdown as well. So I think we were level on the card when it was stopped. But made that honest God, like my excuses. I was in there fighting, and I was fucked. After a few rounds, I was fucked, mate. Like you could physically probably see it, but I was still managing to like stay in the fight and box with him and stuff. Like me like technical ability was up there, but my stamina wasn't. And like, that's not because I'm fucking don't train hard. That's because I was on a really low weight, and like I just didn't have the energy reserves that I should have. And like this week's sparring me, I'm doing 8 rounds easy. It's my second week back, but it's because I'm for a full tank. I'm fucking full of fuel. Do you know what I mean? I'm weighing like 175, so I've got like an extra fucking, what's that, 2 stone from when I box. So
yeah,
I feel a lot better. Do you know what I mean? I feel like much stronger.
Good man. Are you excited about middleweight?
Yeah, you know what? It was hard to get over that defeat. It took a while. I was fucking feeling sorry for myself a little bit, and like I sacrificed so much, mate. I left my son to fucking. I missed my first speech of my son's life, so it was really, really hard. So I wanted to win so bad that I give that up. So when I give it all up and I still lost, it was frustrating for me. So it took me a bit of a time to get over it. But now that I'm back in the gym and I'm back sparring and I feel a lot better, mate. I can just tell straight away that I feel so much better with a bit more weight on me. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel healthy.
Yeah.
Like when I was 17, I won the junior ABAs at 70 kilo, which is the same weight I boxed Smith at 13 years ago. Do you know what I mean? So to hold that weight for 13 years, it wasn't really natural. I need to let my body grow. Like I could probably be a super middle and be lifting on the size of meter rather. I'm not fucking small for it. Do you know what I mean? So I could probably do super middle, but I'm gonna box up 164. My next fight, and I'm gonna see how I feel in the middle.
Good man. I don't know if you've seen any Eddie Earn interviews, but he said he's really excited for you at middleweight, and he already took the name at you. Have you had a chat with Eddie about middleweight in the future? Because he mentioned Amo Williams straight away. Yeah,
well, Eddie's funny. Eddie's listen, like I said, you know, when he sees me fight middleweight, he'd be a lot more excited because I do feel like somewhat better. Obviously, if I take it from the gym to the ring, because in my career so far, I've been in the ring with the likes of Froch, the Gale, Bill Sons. I mean, I've always held my own. Believe me, I've always like done more than held my own. But when I've performed as a pro, I never quite like boxed how I should have. I think my best performance was probably against Fortier, and that was because the scales were fucking wrong. I had like an extra 3 pounds the scales than what I should have, so I didn't really have to cut weight. So I felt great in there. I felt really strong. I dropped him with a jab and then knocked him out. I felt really good, but I didn't cut weight then. Whereas like moving forward now, I won't be cutting weight the way I was. I was cutting like a lot of weight, mate. And like when eating, I was fucking no carbs and that. So like, I don't just diet. I'm having like just like salad and chicken, like no rice or fuck all. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now, I'm putting a bit more carbs in me. I've got a bit more fuel in the tank, and I think my next fight, I'm gonna make a bit of a statement to the new weight. I want a half weight as well. Like I spoke to Shane today and was like, look, I don't want no easy fights, mate. I need to be in proper fights where I'm learning the hard way, like I said.
So when can we expect you out, Ant? And you've said you don't want an easy fight. What level of opponent can we expect?
Mate, I ideally me, I'd like a hard fight next, like a hard fight next, and like a British title fight, and then like a European title fight after that. Because I did get offered the European title at like 154, but I said no to it because I thought, you know what, I'm not making that weight again. Making that weight was making me vulnerable and weak, and like I want to be in there strong and confident. I don't want to just get like a European title shot. Oh yeah, I'll get down the weight again, because it wasn't good, mate. It wasn't natural. Do you know what I mean? I didn't feel myself in the ring.
Can I throw some names at your hand over the next year?
Yeah, go on, mate.
You know, it's well documented. You're 30. There's plenty miles left in the tank, but you're not 22, 23.
Yeah, of course.
The British middleweight scene is thriving. Is there any names there that you would love to have by the end of 2022?
Just I think the belt's vacant in it. So whoever wins the belt, I want them next. I want to have this fight, and whoever wins the British title, I'll target them next, and then want to push on towards European, because, like you said, I am 30, mate, and I've just boxed Smith, who's probably he is world level. He's been a world champion. He's boxed at world level, so I have just boxed at world level. I wasn't at my depth. I never had the fucking tank to keep it going. But at 160, I'll have the tank, and I will have a lot more stamina. I'll have a lot more punch resistance, and I'll feel better. So I want to win a British title. It'd be nice for me. I'd be proud to win a British title, and then I want to push on towards European.
Can I chuck some names at your hand? You're probably going to say yes to all of them. I had a look at the rankings, the British rankings, and you've got, let's have a look. You've got Danny Dignam, Sam Eggington, Felix Cash. I know Shane mentioned Felix Cash. And then obviously you've got Eubank and Williams fighting later. Are they the kind of guys you want to get in with?
Of course, mate. Listen, I boxed them all, mate, as I've proven time and time again. I won't say no to any fights. And me personally, I want to box at domestic level first. And I never had that British title fight, which I might not get, but we'll see. And after that, the likes of Cash could be European champion in the end next year, so this year even. So me and Cash in the year will be a massive fight for the European.
That would be a huge fight. And headline in Liverpool, does that whet your appetite to do it again? Because you've done it. Yeah. You've done it twice, and
I've done it once technically, but I'd love that. I need to get me a fucking winner there, mate. But yeah, it's boxing Liverpool, mate. It's brilliant, mate. It's a boss experience. You know what I mean? But I didn't really enjoy it against Smith the way I should have, because my personal life was so much fucking up the wall type of thing. Do you know what I mean? It was hard, mate. Like, just becoming a dad for the first time, and like I was away all the time. My fucking birds moaning like fuck her on, but she's on her own with the baby, and I'm up and down the fucking country. It was hard for me, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like I didn't get the chance to enjoy the whole occasion. It was more like just like it's business, go win for my son's fucking future. But I never really got to enjoy it as much as I'd like. Where now that we're a bit more settled, even though we've got another baby on the way, we're a bit more settled now, like living together full time. So the ship's a bit more stable now, rather than me up and down the country.
How does being a dad change it, and? Because some people say it makes you softer, and some people say it gives you something to try even harder for.
Yeah, I don't know, you know, mate, I'm not really sure. I've always been really driven my whole life, and even though like I said, the Smith camp, I did work my ass off, but I didn't do as many sessions as I should have. I did do like the hardest spar I've ever done, but I sparred this Russian fella. He was weighing like 190. It was a bit of an unrealistic spar. He was too heavy for me, but he was giving me fucking hell. It was a hard spar, but like apart from that, the rest of me camp wasn't that hard. Like Shane wasn't really giving me hard pads because I just boxed and come straight into a camp. I was really fit and lean straight away. Like I started the camp, believe it or not, at 168, and then when I got in the ring with the fight, I was like 171. So I actually put weight on in the camp, which is a bit mad. Because I was eating loads and I was eating well, but I misjudged the cut. It wouldn't come off me at the end. I must have like put a bit of muscle that I didn't really know, or just like natural growth. Like hitting 30, making 11 stone it wasn't happening. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll never ever box 11 stone again. No matter how much money I got off it, I wouldn't do it to myself again, because I think it's dangerous going that low, mate. Like it's dangerous.
Have you had any chats with Eddie, and not necessarily about opponents, but the move to middleweight and everything? Does Eddie map anything out with you?
Last time I was seeing him, he was talking about fighting that European champion at middleweight. The Italian fella, I was like, yeah, of course, mate, I'll box him. Me comeback fight, but I don't know what that was sort of show. I think he might have had a few drinks. I don't know, you know. He just said that to me, but nothing's been mentioned since. But I'll fight anyone, mate. Like I said to you, I'll fight anyone. What are you doing? What are you doing? Bear just messing around now. What are you doing, girl? Yeah. So he said he didn't mention European titles to me, but I've heard nothing since. But I think Felix Cash probably going to get that fight. But hopefully, me next 2 fights, me and Cash box the end of the year.
That's a hell of a fight, mate. You and Felix Cash, you don't have any easy fights, do you, when you get to a certain level?
No, but that you know what, mate, that's what I went wrong in my career. Like, my advice to the young boxers coming up is like, don't have all these walkover fights. And because I was so big and strong for like middle, and I was weighing like 157, 158, it made me realistic because I was so much bigger and strong in them all. It was easy for me, but when I was stepping up and cutting the weight as well, it was like a double whammy. Like the level was going up, and I was a lot weaker. So if I was a young prospect coming forward, I'd have like gradual step ups, and I'd make the championship weight straight away to see how you feel. Because I never quite felt good at the weight. Like I think I had 3 fights at 154, only won one of them, and that was against Harry Scarf, and I boxed shit as well. So I think getting down to that championship weight just wasn't good for me.
Yeah. Can I end with a couple of predictions, and
go on, mate? Of course.
We mentioned Eubank Williams earlier.
Yeah, you know what? I actually really like Liam Williams. We speak a lot. I can't speak a lot, but we speak now and again. And I hope Williams wins, mate. And I think he will. I know people are saying Eubank, but I think Eubank's best days are at 168. I think Liam was like me a little bit, struggling at 154. He moved up, he felt great. He was knocking everyone else. He come unstuck against Andrade. He was a special fighter. But I think Williams could have enough in the tank, and he's a deceiving boxer, Liam Williams. So we used to spar a lot, and he was a good boxer. He's got a good job, and he's smart as well. So if he sticks to a good game plan, he's got enough pop to keep Eubank off, and he can outbox him. So hopefully Williams on points.
Brook Khan.
That's just like a bit of a mad fight to predict, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's just an hour one because it's gone on so long. I think the way they've done it at 149 and the weight cut limit and all that stuff, it's going to favour Khan a lot. But Brook still got that punch power, and Khan's still a bit fragile, as we all know. So it's an interesting fight, that. But maybe the weight cut might favour Khan, because I think Kell getting down to 149 and not rehydrating to his full, that'll take a lot out of me. And like, I've let myself making that weight, mate, it can take so much out of you.
And the last one, the big fight this Saturday, and Stephen Gerrard against Duncan Ferguson. Go
for Stevie G. You love it, don't you, lad?
Oh, mate, I have to thank you for Rafa Benitez.
Oh, fucking hell.
Mate.
Shocking, mate, innit?
Oh, terrible. Terrible. Anything else, Mr. Fowler, before we shoot off?
No, mate, just like, I want to say thanks to everyone who's been supporting me, because like I said to you, I was going through I was a bit down for my last fight, and a lot of people did take the time to message me out of their own way, and just like give me a bit of encouragement and stuff, and say, you know what, you were doing great, you come back stronger and all that. So thanks to everyone who's supporting me still. And this year, I'll have no excuses this year moving forward. I'm at a lot more natural weight than what I was fighting at. Now my camp's structured, my personal life's a lot more steady, so I'll have no excuses this year. This will be the best of me this year, no excuses. So hopefully it goes well.
Can't wait to follow it, Anthony.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.
Mr. Fowler, on a personal level, I'll say thank you again for everything you do for the channel.
No problems at all, mate. You're a good guy.
And I'll see you very shortly, no doubt.
See you again. Definitely, mate. See you soon, mate. All right.
Anthony Fowler, take care.